Hey guys, it's Simon and welcome back to another video. I'm making progress with the RPG for the tutorial and I think I will be able to finish it by tomorrow or maybe beginning of next week. So what we have so far is already our game. We have a character where we can move around with it. This character will be used to introduce the state machine functionality of libgdx AI. So with the player, I will explain the different states that the player has. So he has a state like idle, move, attack, exactly. And that's it, I think. Yeah, and also death, of course. So if he would die, which currently he cannot, but if he would die, he would play a death animation. And after a couple of seconds, he gets resurrected. So he falls down and then he stands up again. This is the first part of the AI introduction. And the second part is the behavior tree of these little slimes here. So they have a couple of things. So they also can be in an idle state, so they simply do nothing. Then they can move around, so they have a spawn location and they will randomly move around this location. Sometimes they will just stop, so they will be idle, and sometimes they will move around. So like here you see it now, so now he's idle and waiting, and now he's moving again. When we get close to that slime, then first of all he will move a little bit faster and goes towards the player. And when we are out of range, then he will, let's go here. Then he will go back close to his original spawn location and then again just move around like he did before. Another thing, when he's in range of the player like this one, then he will perform this jump attack. After a jump, he is also a little bit idle, so he cannot directly attack again. He will also stay in position, so you can relocate your player, for example, dodge the attack when he's doing it. Okay, like this, and then you can slam him down. So currently there is no damage that you can deal. There is, of course, a detection already in place. So currently it's just a string that gets printed. And there I need to add this missing functionality. In addition, what is missing? I want to add, of course, a background music, some sound effects, and that would be then it. I forgot one thing. I also want to interact with the chest, so that when you interact with the chest, then it will open it up and just a simple pop-up that you found some loot, but we will not implement an inventory system or something like that. That will be too much for that tutorial. We could add that later on. And yeah, so that's it. I'm quite happy. The documentation for this behavior tree stuff for GDX AI is not that great, so it was a little bit difficult for me to find out everything that I wanted to know. So I also entered the Discord channel over there, and there was a nice guy helping me out a little bit with some examples that I could use. Yeah, maybe to show you a little bit what we will then build in the tutorial. So for the behavior tree stuff, so for this little slime, we will create the behavior tree. So that is that one here, where I will explain that in the tutorial, but just that you quickly seen it. So there's like a selector node, and below we check, is it dead? Then the slime will die. Otherwise it will do the attack part. So where it checks, is there an enemy nearby? Can it attack with a specific range? If yes, it will attack. And also if it does attack, then it will also wait a couple of seconds between 1.25 and 2.1. If nothing of that tree is happening, then it goes to the move tree, where it will check, so is there an enemy nearby? Then it moves to that enemy within a certain range again. Otherwise, randomly with a 0.25% chance, it will go into an idle state for a duration of 2 to 3.5 seconds. And the last thing, if nothing of that matches, then it will wander around with a range of 6. So around its spawn location in an area of 6 units, it will walk around. So this is the tree that we will going to develop. And of course also the conditions and the tasks that we will introduce there. And maybe also one thing, if people are interested, let me quickly turn on the debug mode, because there's a lot of box2d stuff happening in the background. So first of all, I changed a little bit the collision object creation, because first it was only creating it around the player, but actually things like a slime or maybe other entities, they should also participate in the collision stuff. So that's why they will now also spawn collision objects if necessary. So if I move away with the player, as you can see, some of these collision objects, like here, they will still be there because there's a slime which should also interact with the collision. Then there are a couple of sensors available. So for example, this purple circle here, if you can see that in the video, that is the AI radius. So if we enter within that radius, so like that one, then he will notice us and follow us around. Then there's also some things that I need to check. So those are this yellow rectangle here, and for example, if I attack, there will be a red rectangle. This is additional stuff to check for the AI. So if I'm in range for an attack, that will be checked with the yellow rectangle, which is updated around the player and the slime. And then for attacking, there will be 2 red rectangles actually. So again, one for the unit who is attacking. That's actually just one. So the unit which is attacking, and in that radius, it will check for collisions and then apply some damage. So when we check it here, you see, so the slime attack stuff was here. Now it's here. This red rectangle always gets then updated. So there's lot of stuff happening in the background, which as a player you won't notice. And I just see we have over 1000 frames per second. Okay, that's quite crazy. Did not know that it goes up that high. But yeah, good to know. So seems to perform very well for that small world. Okay, that's it. Again, I think the game, I will be able to finish it by tomorrow or beginning of next week. And then maybe end of next week or in 2 weeks, I will start releasing the first parts of the tutorial series. With that, I wish you a nice rest of the weekend and hear each other next time. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.